Gabby again. So, I just want to touch up on how society as a whole likes to portray black people and how the media portrays black people and why we have got so many stereotypes, why there is so much racism going skyrocket with the black community nowadays and the reasons behind that racism. Um, I just basically want to talk about like just everything because the one thing that I am really getting tired of is blacks being portrayed in a negative light. We've been portrayed in a negative light for hundreds and hundreds of years. And in my head, it's just like, when do it stop? When do it stop? You know, once upon a time, we were civilized. We were, working together. You know what I'm saying? We were, we had our families together. There wasn't any fighting among us. And then one day we just, out the blue, start having broken families and we just started violence, and there has to be an in between on why this start happening and why we going through it so much. I'm just tired of seeing my black people down. I'm tired of seeing us upset. I'm tired of seeing us cry because we feel like we're not good enough. You know, I'm just tired of seeing us in a negative light. And there's so many people on social media that bash black people so bad. And it's not even people of other race doing it too much. Even though they still doing it. It's black people doing it as well. And it's just like, we supposed to be working together to find a resolution. You know what I'm saying? To put an end to the chaos and the broken homes and the violence and just everything that has been going wrong in our community. Every time I look on the news, it's talking about a black person. It never fails. You don't hear them talking about any other race, only black people. And I feel like they do it on purpose. I'm gonna tell you why. So, you know, slavery. We all know slavery. It was laws in place that was only meant for white people. Black people, we was never meant to make it on a level that white people are. We always have to be portrayed in the bad spotlight. Always. Um, it's something about power. You see black people doing good, and now everybody bowing down to black people. I think they feel like if we start being better as a community and we start working together, people won't see us in a bad light. They'll start seeing things for what it is. They'll start seeing, oh, this is really what was going on. It wasn't black people. They wasn't just doing it to be doing it. It was a whole scenario. It was a whole mastermind behind the entire thing. You know, and see, the thing is, I don't like to sugarcoat stuff. People will tell you, oh, that's just the way black people is, or they all thugs. They got low IQ. They just have a inferior, complex. All this horrible stuff. But we were never like this. And that's what they don't tell y'all. Black people were never this way. You look back in slavery, you will never hear about a black person going around murdering just a whole lot of people for fun. You wouldn't go around and hearing anything about the black people but the racist remarks from white people to blacks. It's an in between. Something between that time happened and made us the way that we are. You know, And people don't like to hear it, even though it's the truth. Slavery has a lot to do with why things are the way they are with the black community. When Black Street happened, y'all need to read up on it. If y'all haven't, I would explain, but I'm not gonna explain it. I explained it in my other video. I just don't want to get too much into it. But we were doing good for ourselves before people start bringing us down and making us feel less than, making us feel like we can't do it. Even though we showed them we can, every time we try to build up, we get knocked down. Every time. Black Wall Street is a perfect example of that. They will tell you that black people never tried. Black Wall Street is a gigantic example of black people trying to build up and become better and become civilized, and just good human beings that just want to live like everybody else. But then you have this and this. You can't be on top. We can't have you on top. You have never been on top. You have always been seen as a slave. Slaves are less than. Slaves can never be seen as people making it, as smart. Slaves can never be seen as capable as this person. Slaves can never have, just anything good. They're slaves. They not smart. They came from Africa. They were savages. How can we show the world that y'all not savages? We have to show that y'all are bad. We have to, we have to break up y'all families. And how do they do that? Polices, getting the polices to take innocent black men, and I'm talking about black back in the day, take innocent black men to jail who are really innocent. They will find the littlest thing, like let's say that he made a mistake and bumped a white woman. The white woman will literally lash out that she got insulted, and he would go to jail for just making a mistake. And maybe he didn't even bump her. Maybe she bumped him and she lied about it and said that she got insulted, and he in jail. Now the mother of his family has to fend for her child without her husband. You know what I'm saying? These were the things that was going on. And when you have a single mother, now it gets hard because you don't have two incomes coming in. It's only one now. You only have one, and then you got a child that needs their father. And not just that, Coke started getting in the picture. They started bringing Coke inside of black communities. They started bringing drugs. And what happened? People start getting overwhelmed, and they're like, let me try this. They say that it helps, you feel better. Black people started taking those drugs. And what started happening? They started getting mean. They start getting violent. They start killing. Oh, nigga. They'll be like, oh, nigga, you don't help me kill this person, I'll kill you and your family. They started killing each other because the white man told him, I need your help. You cannot say no to me. I will kill you and anybody that you love. And that is what started the killing. And black men trying to, find a way to get jobs because they're told that they're thugs and that they're felons and that they can't, get a job because this, and this. It's just a generational curse that's going on in the black community because of how we were affected during those times. And people like to sugarcoat it. People like to tell us that, if we talk about slavery, that they didn't happen to us, so we should be better than that. That's true, but you're not seeing it from a black person's perspective. When you grow up with crack fiends and violence and, all that happened to your family from back then, and it comes, you have that family and now y'all just broken up because they don't know what to do because the dad is now around, or they crackheads or whatever. Now, they don't, care to raise you because they got an I don't care attitude. It's so much that contribute to why we are the way we are. You know what I'm saying? And how black women used to get raped by white men. It's just so much. Where the hypersexuality comes from. It's just a lot that people don't like to talk about because they think they'll get backlash. And even if I do get backlash about this, at least I know that I'm telling the truth and that I'm not sugarcoating and I'm seeing it from both sides. We can't let this go. We can't just put it behind us because this is the only way we can move forward. We got to see the problem for what it is. And that's when we can find a resolution. Okay, well, this happened. What can we do to change that? Black men, when y'all out here having sex with a woman that you are not in a relationship with, you need to be wearing a condom. Not just to avoid pregnancy, but to avoid STDs. You know, it's better to be safe than sorry because a lot of people don't even go to the doctor to see if, they okay. If, just we have to stop as a society having sex raw all the time. If you're in a relationship with somebody, and they get pregnant, and you be like, "Oh, well, that's not my baby. I don't need no kids right now. I'm too young for kids." You knew that if y'all had a sex without protection, that there was a chance of her getting pregnant, and you're blaming it all on her, telling her to get an abortion, all of this. It's just like y'all need to start being fathers. Y'all know what can happen if y'all don't wear condoms. Y'all know what can happen. And to just do that, to break up a family and to leave her by herself with her child is just so selfish. It's so selfish because you helped create that child, whether you care for her or not. You should have used protection. Or, and I can't even say just the black men, women. If y'all don't want to get pregnant, y'all need to get on birth control, or just abstain from sex at all. Like, this is a big problem in our community that we need to stop. We need to stop having all these kids if we're not ready for them. Black men need to start stepping up to fatherhood. You did it. You did it. You could be a player and trying to get with every woman you see. But you get a woman pregnant, that's your responsibility too. To run away from that is you don't know how much trauma and problems that you're going to cause that child and his mother or her mother. That's a big problem. Kids need a two family house. Like, they need both their parents. They do. It makes a big difference. Women, mothers can tell their daughters how to act, how to be a woman, how to be a wife, how to stay educated. Men can teach their sons how to be men, how to stay out of trouble, how to be educated and husbands. This is a two-parent job. It's not right for a child to grow up asking, "Where's my daddy?" They shouldn't have to ask that. Your daddy should be right here. It starts with taking accountability. We have to. We have to. We have to. I'm tired of hearing, "Oh, black people got fatherless homes." And it might not even be that. The dad could be in jail. The dad could be dead. In certain circumstances, okay, it's understandable. But just choosing not to be a father, if that ain't happened to you, just choosing to just leave because you're not ready for a kid, you want to just fuck everybody and just think that it's okay without wearing a condom, that's not right. And I don't think y'all should do that. I don't care. If you don't think that's your child, take a DNA test. If you find out that's your child, stay in that child's life. But do not do that to that baby. It is not fair. You know, black women, you know, we have to do better. Cause what I notice about our black women, we tend to really go off. Like our temper can get the worst of us. Now we're not this angry black woman that, social media and society got us out to be. We're not that. Like I said, it comes from years and years of generational trauma onto us. So I understand, that. But if we can just find a way to be more patient with our kids, with ourselves, with men, I think we'll see a big difference. Like, okay, for me, right? I used to get mad over like every little thing. Like I used to take life so serious. I used to take jokes serious. I used to think that people was really talking about me with a joke, so I always get mad. It was just like I told myself, you know what? I gotta make a change. I have to start being more patient, more compassionate, and I have to work on my behavior. And that's what I started doing. If I tell you I'm so patient now, like I have literally went to restaurants. I used to get so impatient going to restaurants. I literally go to restaurants now and I'm so patient. Like I remember a woman was like had a whole lot going on. She was like, I'm trying, and I'm just waiting patiently. She keep apologizing. She like, I'm sorry, I have your food in a second. I'm sorry. And see, I know how it is in the fast food industry. I don't work for fast food, so I know how it's like, And I told her, you okay? I'm not in no rush. She gave me my food plus something free and told me, thank you for being patient with me. She was like, you don't know how many people come in here and cuss me out, and they're just not like you, and I appreciate it so much. Gave her a $5 tip. It makes a big difference when you change the way you talk and act. You will see a different impact. Instead of accusing somebody, of, let's say somebody talking about you behind your back. This is a big problem with the black community. We have a lot of people talking behind our back that's supposed to be our friend or our family member. And instead of just ignoring, blocking, we choose to use violence. We choose to argue, versus than just letting it go. It's already a lot of videos out of people showing up to people's houses. Oh, you was talking about me, you was doing this, you was doing that, and they choose violence. When you could just choose to talk it out, or you could just choose to ignore it and block. It's so many things we can do different that can make us feel better and be better as a community. Um, but we have to want that to happen. We have to want a change to happen. We can't just say, well, sure, I mean, look what we're going through. It ain't no hope. And I feel like that's a lot of reasons why, because y'all probably feel like it ain't no hope. We already get portrayed as bad guys. We already get talked down on. So why not just stay that way? And like I said, I can understand why y'all feel that way. And I empathize because, like I said, I used to be that way. And I empathize. And it's not about how others see you, it's just about us being better as a community because we owe that to our ancestors that had to go through everything that they went through for us to be here. We could still be enslaved. Like, we could still be enslaved. They could ask for a bill right now, and we could be enslaved again. Like, this is stuff that we have to think about. We not on top. It ain't no, oh, pretty girl privilege. Oh, you can talk to white people any type of way and think that they just supposed to take it. No, we can't do that. We gotta stop that mentality and be better. You know, like I said, I'm not for talking down on anyone because I love my people. And I know that we do great things. You know, look at Denzel Washington. He one of the best black actors in history. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never see anything bad about Denzel Washington on the news. Him and his wife, you know, they're still happy in marriage after all these years. You don't never hear anything about Denzel. You know what I'm saying? Who else is a good example? Um, let's see here. Naomi Campbell. Never hear anything about her. It's just, you know, you just have to look at that. You know, they don't never do anything to show them in a bad light. That's what we need to do better. Because you see a more positive outcome when you do things a different way versus in a violent way. Show more compassion to your kids instead of, oh, do what the F I say. You know, I'll whoop your way. And, you know, instead of cussing, stop cussing around y'all kids. That will literally, y'all pouring your negative energy into them. And that's what's going to make them pour negative energy into the world. You don't want your child growing up with negative energy and being a negative person because of what they was seeing and hearing at home. You know, a child raised in a lovable home will grow up being a lovable person. And I know that firsthand because I was, you know, brought up in a lovable home. I have had a lot of problems in my home, but overall, both my parents love me. Both of them. All of us. All my siblings. We always get showed love. Even now. You know, we all get along. We all show each other love. It's all love. You know. But the cussing has to stop. The cussing has to stop. Women that's competing against their daughters. Now, this actually new. I didn't even know about, you know, that mothers be competing against their daughters. You know, if you're doing that, stop, please. Your daughter will grow up resenting you for that. You know, you don't compete with your daughter. Don't go off and sleep with her boyfriend. You know, don't try to break her down. Don't make her feel less of a woman, less of somebody. You know, she could think about it into her life because of that. Y'all have to really think about how y'all affecting our people. You know, how y'all affecting y'all kids. You know how many kids I hear cussing 9 and up? 9 and up. Why is a 9-year-old cussing? Cussing up a storm like he know it, like the whole Urban Dictionary. I'm just like, what the hell? It starts at home. Y'all have to treat y'all kids better. You know, don't get so hard on them. Like, I know, you know, a lot of black parents is hard on their kids because, you know, they want them to have good grades or, you know, they want them to be successful, but that's not the way to do it. You know, if your kid's struggling, don't just yell at them and be like, you keep doing this, because then it's going to make them not even want to try because they'll already feel like failures. Okay, the first person that I look to actually tell me I'm doing a good job is now making me feel like I can't do it. So even if my teacher tell me I can do it, I'm hearing it from you, and I believe you more than I believe my teacher. That's going to break them down and make them resent you, and they could end up killing themselves because of that. So many instances. Y'all need to stop that. It should be a better way and a better approach to discipline your child. And while I'm all for, like, you know, spankings, you know, it's different. A spanking is different than you actually abusing your child. Like, verbal abuse, that's abuse. You talking to your child any type of way, that's abuse. Emotional abuse. That's emotional abuse. Verbal, what you say out your mouth, that's emotional and mental abuse. When you abuse your kid, punching them, smacking them, all that stuff, that's abuse. Like I said, I grew up getting spankings, and I'm a better person because of that. My mama have tried many times to put us on punishment. It wasn't working. She started spanking, and that worked. Sometimes that's needed. I know a lot of people be like, no, that's abuse. No, in certain circumstances, that is needed. Like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to sugarcoat because I see it from both sides. My mom has tried it, both sides, but she's never abused. Um, I just think we need to do better. Like I said, um, we are an amazing group. We do good things. We really do. I know a lot of black people right now who, photographers, got their own business, mentors, teachers, like nurses, like we are capable of doing good things. And even if you don't want to go to college, get a career. A regular job is fine. People tell you ain't got no career. No, a regular job is just fine. I work at Amazon, and I am not ashamed to work at Amazon. Not at all. If you got a job, that is all that matters. Because people literally get mad at you not having a job at all. It don't matter if it's just a fast food restaurant. People will get mad like, why you at McDonald's? Why you at KFC? At least they have a job. People get mad that people don't have jobs. At least they have a job. You know what I'm saying? We need to stop this. Just shaming people for every little thing. We have to stop that. We have to stop that. Shaming for every little thing, especially like our hair, right? So, I'm gonna be 100. This is a wig. Ain't no need in lying. It's a wig. But I prefer a wig of African hair versus, wigs that's like straight. It's just personal preference. Like I said, I don't throw no shade, but it's personal preference. I love my black look. I love just black people hair. A natural look, us being natural, having natural styles or, natural wigs, that makes a big difference too. People be like, well, y'all hate y'all hair. That's why. No, it's not just us wearing wigs. It's not just us. Other races wear wigs too. Get extensions or get butt. Please stop. Like, please. It has nothing to do with self hate. Now, some people might not know how to maintain their hair. My hair is currently short because I cut it a few times because it wasn't growing all the way. That is why I cut my hair. And it's been really growing slow and it's not really even right now. So I haven't been wearing it out lately. I'm waiting for it to grow a little bit more so I can put braids in. But when it grows, I'm going to be wearing my hair natural. Because I actually like natural hair better than weave. I would say wigs because I don't find nothing wrong with weave. Like when we like put like use weave to braid our hair. I always love braids. That's been my go to for the longest. I love braids. But to call us, to say that we don't love ourselves because we choose to wear a certain hairstyle is wrong. Though I wish we would start wearing our natural hair, it's preference, and we have that choice. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we want to spend our money on, if we want to, get our hair did, using braids or whatever, I feel like that's our choice, and we shouldn't get slammed for that. Some people prefer to wear the natural hair. Some people don't actually know how to do their hair. Like me, I don't know how to do my hair. I have other people doing it. So, and I'm not ashamed of that at all. And I don't hate myself. Like, I'm very confident in myself. I love myself to the fullest extent. And nobody can ever break me down and try to tell me I feel, try to make me feel less than. Because I'm very confident. I love who I am. So, I just want to see us doing better and, just finding a different approach, versus yelling and being aggressive and being violent. Because we don't have to be that way. The men in our community, mostly, and another thing that I'm not going to sugarcoat on, and I might get backlash on. Black men, um, killing and robbing, a lot of that has to do with a money situation, right? Poverty. Being in a poor neighborhood, right? And people would be like, well, such and such is in this, and they don't. It's different. It's different. Or such and such being showed in the media all the time. You know, is such and such getting help? You know what I'm saying? It's different when people are not getting helped and when they get portrayed in the media all the time. So when they ain't got money and people tell them they ain't gonna never be nothing, what do? They stop caring that they could be something and they start living a life of crime. And while that does not make it right, and I'm not saying that I'm not protecting them or nothing, I'm seeing it from both sides because that is the truth. They will start a life of crime. Any way they can get money to either provide for their family or just to feel like they actually mean something in life, they will do that. Now you actually have like actual psychopaths. I think that's rare. They're like rare to like just be killing just to be killing. You have to have a real mental problem to just kill somebody for no reason. Now that is a different scenario if you're just killing just to be killing. I don't really know what to say about that. But I do know some of it is because of poverty and because they feel less than and what is portrayed in the media. So that's why I say that father two parent home is necessary because a black boy will listen to his father more than his mother. Even though he listens to his mother, he need his father even more because his father will tell him about fatherhood and how to be a man, and how to go about the world being a man. You know what I'm saying? How to do things the right way versus getting in trouble. That is very important. When it comes to crime and all of that, we need fathers in the life of black people. We need that. And that just goes for anybody. It could be, that could happen to anyone. It's not just us doing it. I won't really name what other cultures because everybody that went through it. It's not just black people. It's white, Hispanics. They just don't show them on the media because, like I said, it goes all the way back to slavery. Them not, people not wanting to see black people do good. You hardly see, them talking about black businesses or, black people being successful. You hardly see that in the media. You hardly even see anything positive about black people. It's just a mastermind behind it all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, we have to do better. And not for them. We don't do it for any other race. We do it for our race because we need that. We need to feel love now. We need to, we need to see how it feels to, come together, be compassionate, actually live without being in fear and without, having hatred or anger inside of us. That's what it's all about. Being able to live without having to have a weight on our shoulders all the time. But yeah, I know we can do this. We can do this. I know we can. I believe in us. I've been believing in us for a long, long time. I'm not, like I said, I'm not one to talk down on anybody. Now, I used to have mixed opinions about white people because, about what I see, but it's all changed. Instead of saying, oh, white people like this, white people like that, you have to say racist white people because that'll separate the racists from the actual good white people in this world. So with the racism, but that's a whole nother video. But, it's just, we have to do better as a community. And we will get there as long as we work together and stop tearing each other down and uplift, we can do this. I believe that 100% in my heart that we can do this. Like, we are strong. How far we done came. Like, if that don't tell you something, I don't know what to say. We done came so far. We done went through slavery. You would have thought we would have been extinct by now. Like, we're still here. And we done blew up. We in hip hop. We done blew up dancing. Black businesses. Like, we can do this. We can be better as a community. If we just find a better approach, we can do this. I know this was a long video, but it's so much more things that I'm going to get into because this is not even a half of it, honey. But I hope y'all enjoyed, and please tell me what y'all think. Like I said, I don't sugarcoat. I'm ready for backlash, but I'm open-minded. Bye.